Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily tarot reading. I always ask you to pick the stone that calls you, the one that really resonates, or kind of resonates, or you just have a strange feeling you should pick, and we'll begin. What's most important, you bring your intuition. And we'll do a golden nugget card at the end if anybody wants further clarification on their reading. Okay, for those of you who chose this green stone, this lovely green stone that has some brown, beautiful. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Lover's card right in the middle. Okay, there may be some trouble in paradise. Not to say that it's big, huge trouble. You still get the Lover's card. But if you're in a relationship, you may have a feeling like there may have been words, there may have been arguments that are just not helpful recently. The Five of Swords is sort of like, I'm right, you know, even if I'm alienating the person I'm in an argument with, I'm right at any cost. The Ten of Swords can be a lot of painful things said that feel a little devastating. Of course, it can also be you're sacrificing the Martyr card, you know, sacrificing your own well-being too much. So, you know, to the point where it's hard on you, where it really is hard on you emotionally or physically or both. So, interesting. This could be the case for those of you in a relationship, but the love is there. The love is there. So, I think sometimes cards like these can come up when there's something we should be paying attention to. And maybe the speaking has to be less argumentative and more constructive. Or if there is no talking to the other person, I mean, you're just at an impasse. Maybe it is time to take a break and take good care of yourself. Or the Ten of Swords can be completion, like I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Yeah, sometimes that Five of Swords is I'm cutting that away. Whatever it is for you, I think Source would like you to have less painful conversation. Yeah, even if it means you're walking away briefly, you're walking away for a while, or you decide you're walking away. But obviously it's something Source wants you to pay attention to. Take care of yourself, because that Ten of Swords, it means it's gotten to the point where it has affected you. So take good care of yourself in that. All right. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, but you know, I got to get an interpretation for those of you who are not in a relationship. For some of you who are not in a relationship, yet you pick this stone. This can be about, yeah, it can be a heavenly kind of love. You know, with that angel, with the Lover's card, it can be a heavenly kind of love. Garden of Eden, sort of like you deserve that joy, but boy, the Ten of Swords would say you're not getting it right now, you know? So it could be Source, angels, the divine, wishing, wanting you to not sacrifice your well-being, to take care of yourself, and maybe, yes, cut something away that isn't good for you. Can be that. Yeah, very interesting reading, though. It looks like a pretty powerful reading. Okay, for those of you who chose the blue stone, we have the King of Cups, the Death card, the Three of Swords. Very interesting. So the Death card is usually, people sometimes get worried about it, but you know what? It's very, very, very rarely a literal death. It's the end of something. It's a feeling of finality. Even if perhaps it's something that's pained you a lot. It's like a repeating source of pain, emotional pain, or thoughts that are painful. So, Whatever this is, and maybe it is the end of a way of thinking about yourself, or maybe it is the end of a situation that keeps creating trouble for you. The finality, I feel like a lot of times that death card, it's an internal one. It's sort of like, okay, that's it. I am done with that. And, you know, whether you make a decision or not, in fact, there's an internal knowing, you know. The King of Cups, though, I feel like that's your energy, intuition, wisdom, riding it out. You'll be fine riding out the turbulence. So in other words, you may have a particularly good understanding of the situation, depth of perspective, a mature view on it, which really is helpful right now. You may have pretty good clarity. And the King of Cups, however, seems calm, even if he may have a lot going on emotionally. So he certainly knows how to cope with its strong emotions. And, you know, he's in control. But he's in control in a way where, you know, he will flow with it too. So there may be an internal sort of knowing that you're done with something, whatever that may be. And you are just going with the natural rhythm of you know, what comes out of that. For those of you who chose the pink stone, we have the Devil, the Strength card. Oh, 2 major arcana. The Devil, the Strength card, and the 2 of Coins. Okay, interesting how you have 2 coins here. There are 2 lovers chained here in the Devil card. So the Devil is when we are bedeviled, right? You know, we're maybe thinking about something obsessively or doing something over and over, excess, or we feel trapped by something, or, you know, it can be bedeviled by worries that we can't seem to shake. It can be bedeviled by a behavior that seems addictive. You know, it could be any kind of bedevilment like that. It is what happens when we are getting ready for a change. You know, we become more and more uncomfortable with the way things are. So the 2 of Coins, it could be having to do with balancing. You are the nimble juggler. You're balancing sources of security, and it's effortful, and there's turbulence in the background, but you're doing it. It could have to do with 2 people's need for security, 2 different people in balance, trying to keep them in balance. So this Devil card with the Pentacles, it can be about, it may be obsessing about a relationship and you know, yeah, what both people feel like they need to feel secure, or money management issues in a relationship. Money management issues, and somebody in the relationship has something sort of addictive happening or excessive happening, so that's why there are money issues. But you know, the 2 of Coins person really does juggle well. The Strength card, also there's a lot of strength there. I just feel like this is a temporary situation, because the strength is the strength to endure. It's divine strength and protection as well. Sort of managing the situation. I'm a little worried, though, when I look at these cards, that maybe some of you are very strong. And so you're managing everything. You're kind of keeping the security going for you and somebody else. And you're doing the juggling, and you're doing maybe some caretaking, right? Because you're quite strong. Maybe you're in relationship with somebody who is not doing their part, or, you know, has some problem. So you have to carry more. So this is, you know, there's something to look at there too sometimes. And this doesn't have to be a love relationship either with that Devil card. It can be a relationship with anybody or anything. But you are very strong. You do have some divine strength and protection. You are quite able. Maybe there's more freedom maybe there's more freedom around the corner, though. Just because we are strong to do things doesn't mean we always should. For those of you who'd like a little more information with the Golden Nugget card, we have the Hanged Man. So in other words, if you're sitting here wondering, what should I do? The Hanged Man is saying it's okay to take your time. There may be a delay that's needed, in fact, to really gain the right perspective. This person has decided to accept that nothing's going to happen quickly and just accept the timing of the universe. So he has some enlightenment. He sees things differently. So it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes, we just, especially if we're dealing with an uncomfortable situation, we just want it to be done. But sometimes we're learning a lot. And it's a time when we're supposed to be learning a lot. And that's okay. It's okay if you're in a time where there's a necessary delay and you're kind of hanging out there. That's okay. All right. Well, I thank you so very much. I thank you much. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.